Hello, gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Express Lane, the show that brings you speedruns in 60 minutes or less. I'm your host, Oscar424, with occasional guest appearances from my co-hosts, Galahad and Freya. And, well, they're a little scared right now because, as it turns out, well, the undead is, it's a little cold here, so they're coming inside. And, yeah, so we've got a whole bunch of undead goodness with a zombie-themed episode. And looking at the 4 runs we have today, they're all bangers. We've got Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies. We have Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, Nightmare Creatures, and starting it off, we have the absolutely fantastic and one of my favorite multiplayer games, Left 4 Dead 2, but we're doing all the main campaigns solo with Lulu Zephyr. So, Zephyr, how is this going to work? You're going to be missing a few people.
Yeah, today we're going to be running main campaign solo. That means I'm not going to be having any teammates. It is just going to be me all alone running through the main campaigns. The main campaigns consist of Dead Center, Dark Carnival, Swamp Fever, Hard Rain, and The Parish, for anyone familiar with the games. And, yeah.
Nice.
I am ready to start in about 3, 2, 1.
Good luck.
So, as you notice immediately, we will be gunning down our supposed teammates. Sometimes, here at, what we like to call them in the Left 4 Dead speedrun community is mostly just meatbags, because, we don't like having them around. The issue with them is the bots tend to be pretty slow and dumb, so it's instead faster for us to take a few seconds to kill them at the start of every level, instead of just waiting around in the safe room for them to catch up to us. As you'll see me go through the game, you will notice that I am jumping and moving my screen side to side. Those of you who are very familiar with, especially Valve games, will know that this is already called B-hopping, but for those of you not familiar, this is basically a way for us to move faster than the game's normal speed cap. Essentially, it's jumping the tick you land on the ground so that you can gain speed and preserve your speed, and then you strafe side to side in order to gain said speed. You'll see me be doing that a lot throughout the round.
Yeah, that is a skill that I have never been very good at, and when I see people do it, I'm just like, I don't know how, but I'm jealous. Incredibly jealous.
It takes a lot of practice. It's especially different in Left 4 Dead, because in other Valve games, most of them you can just bind jump to scroll wheel and just, kind of spam scroll, but for this game, it doesn't really work like that. So you either have to time it with the space bar. If you do bind jump to scroll wheel, you still have to time the jump, so you can't just spam scroll wheel. So it definitely is a skill that takes a lot of time to learn.
Oh, fair.
Another thing you may notice right away is I am calling votes without opening the main menu. For Left 4 Dead, we have things that are called keybinds, like not the normal keybinds, you could just bind like any key in the settings, but if we use the in-game console, there is certain things that you can like bind to certain specific keys. In this instance, we have a key that lets us change the difficulty on the spot without having to open the menu. That saves some time over the run.
Now, I need to ask a question from myself and then a question from chat. Which chat, by the way, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I will field them to Zephyr. My first question is, why coach?
So it's mostly preference. The character you pick only really matters if you're playing an IL of this game, which is the individual level, but technically coach does have an advantage with a skip later on in the run, as a certain animation that he has is slightly faster, which I'll explain it when we get to that skip, but for the most part it is just preference. Coach is my favorite character within this game, so it just works out perfectly for me to play him.
And chat, I want to hear your favorite characters from Left 4 Dead 2 specifically. We got some good options here. The other question I had was one from chat, and because we all know with Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, there's the special infected. I think I saw a tank not too long ago, or a spitter as well. like, what are the responses that like you have if a special infected grabs you, or are you pretty good at kind of knowing roughly where they're going to spawn and you're able to dodge them?
So the way specials in this game work is they're basically on a timer when you first leave the safe room. So for the most part, you can like know when the first wave of specials are going to spawn, though you have no way of telling what specials it'll be, but you can tell basically what location they're going to be in. There's not exactly really like a specific response or anything you can do. For most specials, if you get grabbed, it's just game over since we're all alone, but most of the time you will be able to just usually run past them, or if you need to, you can just back up a bit and then run around them and kind of try to bait them around. For smokers specifically, though, you can cut their tongue before it ensnares you if you have a sharp melee weapon, so... And for hunters and jockeys, you are able to shove them before they grab you, but if they do get you, then it is game over. That is a death.
Gotcha. Also, real talk, one of my very first cosplays when I was a wee little Asuka was actually a hunter from Left 4 Dead, so yeah, this series is a special place in my heart.
You know, I did go out for Halloween as a hunter a few years ago.
Yes!
So I can relate to that a little bit. What you're seeing now is something called coaster skip. Instead of starting the event and having to run all the way around the tracks, we simply use some parkour to skip starting the coaster and just going straight to the end of the safe room.
Oh, wow. So how much time does that save if you're... Oh, hello, Smoker.
It's a bit hard to say. I think it saves like 30 seconds, I want to say. 25 seconds, wow, compared to just going fully around normally and waiting for the coaster to, go by when you start it, but gotcha. I'd say like 30 seconds.
Okay.
There is some tricks in this run that are only doable on older versions of the game, as I am playing on the oldest available version, so I will do my best to specify if that, said trick is only doable on an older version or not, but there's a few that are still doable on newest, for anyone who is curious.
And then is this run on a specific difficulty setting? Does the difficulty setting change?
So this is any difficulty, which means you can play on any of the difficulties. The difficulty only changes for when we kill the bots. So we can't damage our teammates on easy difficulty. So we vote to expert to kill them quickly, and then we vote to easy just to have a better time surviving.
Okay.
That was close. The thing about jockeys in this game is they are very... I don't want to say very broken, but they are pretty broken. Oh, nice rock. That was a professional tank. Jockeys are a little broken in this game, and their hitboxes and AI are kind of wonky, so even if they don't seem like they're going to land on you, or that they landed on you, sometimes they will still grab you. So they are a bit scary to go up against, but I have to kill this tank normally.
Yeah, the number of times I've been grabbed by a jockey, and the jockey just knows exactly where to find all of the other special infected that my team has avoided. It's like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, jockeys are pretty hated in the community. They are not very welcome. We do not like jockeys around here. Get out of my way, Common. Thank you.
Also, for those mentioning their favorite characters, I see you, Noam Chomsky people. I see you.
Oh, that's the death. That is unfortunate. Oh. Yeah, this is basically what happens with any special that grabs you. There's not really any concrete way to get out. Sometimes you can get lucky, but if you do get grabbed, you're basically just done. You have to vote to expert to make it go by faster, and then you can just restart the level.
Makes sense.
Through the bumper cars.
Actually, one thing I wanted to mention to those of us watching as we get back and deal with that rude tank. I mentioned to Zephyr beforehand, talking about our all women and femme speedrunning group, Frame Fatales. GDQ's next speedrunning event for all women and femmes, which is Frost Fatales 2025, is actually going to be live from March 9th to March 16th. And it's going to be benefiting the National Women's Law Center. So what you should do during the break is go to gamesdonequick.com/framefatales for more info on the event. Or I want to see this in chat, friends. I want to see !FF to check out the schedule. And I'm going to be very biased and say you should totally watch on Wednesday because there might totally be a run called Kinikum Neko Super Muscle Cat that's going to make no sense. But it's going to be a fun one.
So this time we were able to get into the spot, which is something called a Jesus spot specifically. This means that things like the commons and other things can't pass to us. We're pretty much safe up here. Though specials could still get us up here if we're not careful. And yeah, we're going to sit up here, wait till the event is open, and then we just make a run for it.
Now, with the death and kind of coming back to the spot, do the same special infected spawn again, like we saw the tank again? Or is there a possibility of things changing?
No, for the specials it's different every time, pretty much.
I gotcha.
Things like the item spawns and stuff can be the same on some levels, but for the most part, it's just completely random every time.
That makes sense.
Come here, Nick. Come here. Thank you. So what we're about to see now is a trick where we will be essentially kicking the bots from the game using a bug that is known on every version except the current newest, pretty much. Before the TLS update. If you kill bots for this event in the safe room, not even in the safe room, anywhere back there, and then you start the finale, it'll basically just kick them from the game. And as long as you never return to the main menu or restart your game, they will be gone permanently. So we are now truly alone.
For like all of the campaigns? Or
yes.
Just
yeah. As long as we vote to the campaigns instead of going like to the main menu, the bots won't come back.
Oh, that is cool.
Okay, now we're just gonna sit in a god spot for a bit and wait for things to despawn so that the finale goes by faster and we don't have to worry about risking dying. Well, we could still die, but less risk.
All good now.
I remember just my first time doing this campaign. It's like we were having such a good time, like watching the stage and all the fireworks, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's so cool. Oh, by the way, I just died. Wait, what? Oh, there's a special. Okay, we should pay attention, shouldn't we?
That's how they get you. They want you to focus on the music. It's a distraction.
How dare? How dare?
So when using a god spot, unlike the Jesus spot in the other map, god spots, if you're in it, pretty much nothing can pass you. Even specials, sometimes they'll pass you, but for the most part, they'll just be stuck or they'll stand still. So what happens when we're using god spots is, when things can't pass you in this game, they will eventually despawn. So hordes and the tanks, as long as we're in the god spots, will just despawn. Which makes the finale go by much faster without us having to play through it normally.
Like someone mentioned in chat, the bad seats are actually the good seats. Yeah, true.
Alright, I am going to need to listen closely here shortly, so I'm going to be quiet for a little bit. So what I tried to do right there was go for a trick called coin toss. Essentially, if you stand far enough out on that railing, the hitbox for the trigger extends out. So instead of having to wait for the helicopter to land, it would have just skipped that cutscene and immediately pretty much spawned in. But unfortunately, we did not get it. So hence the name coin toss. It is a 50-50.
Oh wow, there's no way to manipulate it, is there?
Nope. It is
Ooh.
purely 50-50, and it can only be done on that side that I was sitting on, so it was one of the many RNG aspects of this game.
I should say with the main campaigns, is there a specific order that you do them, or is it kind of dealer's choice?
There is a specific order, but there is a little bit of personal preference to it. The most common order is typically Dark Carnival, Parish, Swamp Fever, or Dead Center will be third. And then from there, it's kind of just whatever you want to do. The main reason we do that is Dark Carnival first to kill the bots, or well, kick the bots, but also because there is a bit of our, that's what I mean about jockey.
Oh, hello, jockey.
They're a little dumb. That was a bit instant, but we go Carnival first so we can kick the bots, and because it's the more, it's not exactly the hardest campaign, but it's more of the more, it's one of the more skill expression ones, because you need to do a lot of B-opping on it.
Gotcha.
And then Parish is one of the harder ones and the more RNG dependent ones, so we do want to do that second just to get it out of the way.
That makes sense.
After that, though, it doesn't matter too much. Swamp Fever can be a little hard, but so can Dead Center, so those can be like third, either or. For me, I have Swamp Fever third, and then it's Dead Center and Hard Rain last.
Of the 5, do you have a favorite campaign?
It's a bit... I have favorites for specific things. For speedrunning, I would have to say my favorite is The Last Stand. So it's not one of these campaigns.
Ooh, yep.
But it just in terms of the general game, not speedrunning wise, Parish is my favorite campaign. Just as a whole. It would be my favorite speedrunning wise if it didn't suck speedrunning wise. This campaign is definitely one of the more annoying ones to speedrun.
That is a valid thought right there. And Chad, I see we've got a lot of Left 4 Dead 2 fans here, and I know you've got a favorite campaign. I want to hear them. To all you Noam Chomsky fans, which campaign are you fans of? I for some reason I tend to be drawn to Dead Center. I don't know why. I don't have a good reason, but yeah, Hard Rain. That's more of a friends that I used to play with. That was the first one we beat on Expert, much to us yelling at each other for a while.
Hey, anyone out there?
Oh. So this next trick we're about to do will essentially let us skip the event instead of having to stop the alarm and wait for the doors to open. We can instead just come over here and do a little bit of parkour off of the commons to just skip the event, having to wait. And yeah, that just saves us about 20 seconds.
All right.
It is only doable on old versions of the game, though, unfortunately.
Safe house. Let's go.
Right.
That shit was crazy.
Coach being a parkour master was not on my bingo card, and I'm so glad that he is. I love that.
Hey, looks can be deceiving, that's all I'm going to say.
Right?
Coach is he's just too powerful to us to really know what he's capable of. And that's why I love him.
A football coach. It's like you thought it was a football coach. In actuality,
he's an everything coach. He has no bounds.
Coach. Yes.
So having 2 deaths this early is a little unfortunate. So hopefully we don't deal with anything like that later on, such as a jockey example. You guys had a really good example of how the jockey is pretty dumb in this game with its hitbox and AI. It can just jump on you instantly or just teleports you, essentially. It feels like it teleports to you, at least.
Yeah, chat saw that door open and suddenly jockey, and they felt for you hard.
Hey, anyone out there?
Grab that for ammo.
And also, I noticed something in chat. I have a friend looking up the schedule, so definitely. Yeah, if you want to check out our Season 4 schedule, !schedule in the chat, or gamesonquick.com/hotfix to check out that Season 4 schedule, which has an in-depth look at all of this week's runs. And we've got an absolute week of bangers, so you gotta check that out. But stay here because this is a really cool run, and we've got really cool games following this because zombies are awesome. So check afterwards.
Holla back at me, folks.
So we did get a little lucky here and got the good RNG. For Cemetery, the pathways on this map can be, they're a bit random. So they can be 4 different paths, but we got one of the better ones.
Damn, I can't be all that's left.
I think compared to the best path to the worst path is like a 25-second difference.
Really?
Yeah, it can be a very big difference, especially if you don't hit any B-hops, so we got really lucky with the second best there.
Jeez. Also, the aesthetic of New Orleans cemeteries is just so cool to me. Creepy, but cool.
See if we can get this. Okay, we can't. That was unlucky. We got boosted backwards. A little unfortunate. Should be fine though.
Yeah.
A little time loss. Okay, I hear the jockey. Yeah. I'm gonna play safe. There we go.
Oh,
Not today, buddy. Not again.
are jockeys weak to edge weapons? Because I saw you pull out the katana there.
You can one-shot every special infected with a melee except for the charger.
Oh. Take notes on that one, don't mind me.
Shit. Damn, that one was close.
So on an old version, you can just simply either, there's a couple things to skip that event. As you saw, we didn't really have to start the float. Anyone who's familiar with the game, normally you have to start the float event, wait for it to go, and then you can walk across it. But for this, that's too slow, so we just hit a hop across. On current version, there is an invisible wall blocking the other side, so you can't just do that right away, but thankfully we are in an older version, so get out of the way. What are you doing? Die, thank you.
Did we just jump on a giant mountain of commons to jump over that wall?
Yes, that is what we just did. Normally it would not take that many commons, but I was trolling a little bit.
I love that so much.
Yeah, you'll see it used a couple times in the run. We use something called common boost, which is essentially just hopping on commons as they like try to climb up something, so that you'll boost upwards. It lets you skip a few areas of the map.
That's fantastic.
There is other boosts as well in the game, but those are much more rare and harder to, don't have any uses. You could get spitter boosts when they spit at you. There's tank boosts, so a tank can punch you across like gaps in certain things. You could technically get hunter boost. This is a very wacky game, but for anyone who's not familiar with it, this game is one of the more wackier games out there. I want that, not that.
Grenade coming at
Now, my question is, what got you to speedrunning Left 4 Dead 2? Like, what drew you to this run in particular?
Honestly, it's a little hard for me to say since it was so long ago, but I know one of the things that got me into it was Left 4 Dead is basically my childhood game. As much as I hate saying it, I have a love-hate relationship with this game. but
Spoken like a true speedrunner right there.
this game has been my main game because I started playing it when I was first 6 years old. So that would be 14 years ago. Ow! Don't hit me again. Okay, he hit me again.
Oh!
That was almost bad. Yeah, I started playing this game when I was 6, and I've been playing it for pretty much ever. I've never really taken big breaks from the game. So I've been playing it for a long time, and I remember watching Taz runs, or Taz in quotes, since there is no real Taz for Left 4 Dead. At least not like by normal, Taz run standards. For anyone familiar with that, but I remember watching those on YouTube, so I was like, that looks cool. Maybe that'd be fun to try out. So I looked up Left 4 Dead speedruns and found them on speedrun.com and just went from there. And that was back in, I think 2020 is when I started, September. So it's been a few years now.
Very nice.
We got bad propane spawn, unfortunately. You'll see why we want propane in a second. We were about to see the skip I mentioned back in Carnival. Gotcha. This is the main reason we play in this version of the game. There's a lot of skips in this version that are useful, but out of all of them, the one that I'm about to do is the most useful. Arguably. It saves the most time, arguably. Actually, not arguably for the second one. It does save the most time, just genuinely.
Where you all at? Get ready. All in the boat.
So when you're on version 2000, the stumble animation is replayed whenever you swap your weapons. So if we can forcibly stumble ourselves and then just keep swapping our weapons to let us just hover over things, which lets us completely skip that event, having to wait for it to come across, which saves a little, like basically 2 minutes, a little over. And yeah.
What?
Very useful skip in the run. It is only doable on this version, though.
Oh my god. It looks so silly, but so genius.
Ooh, I want that. Oh, that's that. Do want that.
Hey, anyone out there?
Yeah, it is a... I said it earlier, but Left 4 Dead is a very silly game. Especially the older versions.
That was some close-ass shit.
There's a lot of funny bugs and useful things in this game, so...
Holler back at me, folks.
A comment in chat. It's the event skips that make the runs so mind-blowing. Agreed. Because I'm pretty sure we've all had that event that just everything went from fine to we're all dead and can't figure out what happened. So it's a little cathartic seeing that we could just skip them.
Speaking good hops there. So the thing about B-hopping that I mentioned earlier as well is it is very useful for water levels, such as swamp and hard rain. As when you're B-hopping, as long as you time the hops, you don't get any water slowdown. And I'm sure anyone who's played these maps knows how annoying water slowdown can be, so very useful skill to have for that. Saves us a lot of trouble. We have got a little unlucky with a bad random horde here. We do have an adrenaline, so hopefully we're fine. We hopefully don't have to use this. We'd like to save it for the next map. Okay, should be able to save this for the next map. As long as we just don't miss any hops in the water. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
Very nice. We're grooving.
Lights on.
jockey jump scare number 4. Those will happen quite a lot during this run, probably. Why did he spawn so close to me? That usually doesn't happen. That actually scared me.
Jockey heard you saying you were fine, and Jockey said, bet. Let's see how fine.
Anyone out there?
Yeah, they tend to do that to us. We, Left 4 Dead runners, we do not like jockeys. We do not appreciate them.
And I think I know the answer because I'm hearing it press, but there was a question asking about the bee hopping. Are you using the mouse scroll wheel or what I think is the space bar?
Yeah, I just use spacebar. Because like I said, the thing about this game is you can't spam scroll wheel. So you do it to time the hops. And there is one runner who does use scroll wheel, but most people prefer to use spacebar. I used to use something else, but that button broke, unfortunately. So I have been using spacebar for the past year now. I used to use mouse 4 or mouse 5.
Oh.
I can never remember which one is 4 and 5 on the side of the mouse, but one of them.
How hard of a transition was that, switching from one button that you're so used to a different one?
It wasn't too difficult because I was already using spacebar before it, because then I switched from spacebar to that button. So I was already like kind of used to spacebar. It took a little bit for me to like get warmed up again on spacebar, but it wasn't as bad as if I never used spacebar before.
Anyone out there?
Okay.
This is another finale where I'm going to need to be quiet so I can focus a bit, as the god spot we use is a little risky due to the way the specials and tanks can spawn. So you have to really listen closely.
Search these houses.
Let me know when it's safe and fingers crossed.
You can keep talking if you want for now. I'll say like when I need to be fully quiet, but it is coming up soon.
There's the house.
Oh no.
Well,
That would have been so good.
In that case, I'm just going to throw in here that, y'all, if you haven't seen the Season 4 t-shirt that the Yeti is selling for Hotfix and you want to support the GDQ Hotfix, you should check out that 2024 Season 4 shirt by going to theyeti.com/GDQ. Mine just shipped and it's on its way, and I can't wait to show it off because it's super cute. So definitely check out that shirt while we are waiting for this god spot.
Holler back at me, folks. Can anyone hear me?
Let's see the comment. Anyone else born when this game came out? Oh boy, I'm gonna make you feel either really young or really old. I had been born a while before this game came out.
All right.
24 years before.
So now we are in the god spot. The issue with this one is tanks and specials can spawn on the roof and drop down on us. So we need to be listening very closely. Otherwise, we can die very easily from them. Okay, we got lucky with the first thing spawn, so that's good.
Nice.
Now we get to sit here and listen to the jockey's maniacal laughter for the next minute. Bit concerning that he spawned, but should be fine, hopefully.
Someone mentioned the jockey is serenading us. Like, worst serenade ever.
Mocking us. He knows our fear.
I know where you are. You don't know where I am. Jackie just wants to show the bunny hop skills. No. Oh.
Sounds like a little jockey.
Alright, so that time we got a rift tank spawn, but when we get that, as long as you're fast enough, you run back here, you'll still end up dying.
Gotcha.
Thankfully. It's funny you mentioned we don't know where the jockey is.
Ah.
Because another thing about him is his audio in this game is very broken. So he won't be where he sounds like he is a lot of the time.
Of course not. Oh, Jackie.
Hello, Hunter. You're less scary. You're at least easy to predict.
Very nice.
And now we're on to some of the easier campaigns and levels, so we want to really focus super hard or listen to audio. Thankfully.
Now,
Well, with this game, you never know, but...
right. Now, I saw, I think in the very first campaign, all of the campaign names kind of going by on the side. And when you're voting to switch to a new campaign, you're not cycling through options. So is that something that you prepped in advance, or?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention this earlier, but so we have the difficulty bind, and we also have something that's called a cycler, which we use to, instead of, again, menuing, we could just simply vote with a bind for the campaign we want. It's used for pretty much every main leaderboard run, but it's a very useful thing. If you see him cycling, that means I'm just like cycling through to make sure I have the right one selected, so I don't misvote. Hello, Smucker.
Also, I noticed the slight clip through the elevator there.
So that skip, if you jump and click the elevator button at the same time, and you time it correctly, you will get stuck in the elevator, which will allow you to, instead of waiting for the bottom and open it, and having to do with the horde, you could just drop down early. So you have to deal with the horde, and you save, like, maybe 10 seconds, 5 seconds.
Nice. Very nice.
Anyone out there? Let's go find that mall.
No hops there. Unlucky.
Over the dumpster.
There's a question or a comment I saw earlier about the conductor, the map
director?
generation. Thank you, director.
Yeah.
Like how random is the director, or alternatively, like how predictable can the director be as you're going through these campaigns?
Actually a bit of a harder question. It can be like kind of predictable, but it is a bit unpredictable with like the things that spawns and the specials it spawns, where they spawn, those sorts of things. Because I mentioned earlier, you can kind of predict where specials are going to spawn, because they're on a timer when you live safe room. But after that first set of specials spawn, it's a bit harder to tell. So it can be semi-predictable, but it is pretty unpredictable, especially when you're doing better. Like if you're doing really well, the director makes the game harder, is the main thing. Which usually has more effect if you're playing just casually and then, you know, with a team. Because it'll do things like affect the pathing for things. Like I mentioned the cemetery earlier, but it also has an effect on the next map we're about to be on, which is Mall. But since we're playing solo and we're just going so fast, it's not really going to affect us with that, like it normally would. But in some cases, it can be pretty unpredictable, but usually it's not like that bad.
Okay.
Ooh, they almost blocked me there. Professional commons.
Let's move, baby.
There was another quick question, chat. Do you, like, when you play this game, do you primarily focus on just speedrunning, or do you still play casually with, like, with other people?
I do everything, really. I play versus, sometimes competitively. I play casual friends and other things sometimes. And I play survival a lot as well. So I don't really have a single focus in the game.
Gotcha.
Though I would say my biggest focus is definitely speedrunning and survival. I used to play a lot more versus, but I don't as much anymore.
Makes sense.
Let's go through here. Down that escalator.
Love the casual just walking on the railing as the witch is right next to you.
I hope the food.
We can just ignore her. She's okay.
Come on, this way.
We just
has
like
a
to
headache, it's
pretend that witches and tanks don't exist. Sometimes. They can block us, but most of the time, we prefer they don't exist.
Fair.
No, thank you, Spitter. I was a smoker. Where are you? Oh, you're right here. Okay, good.
Oh,
A bit worried about where that would be.
The alarm is a rotten egg.
We're okay.
Keep going.
Smoker tried to take a page from the jockey earlier.
We got to turn off that alarm.
Unfortunately for you, Smoker, you were not good at close range, buddy. I hate to tell you. You were not the jockey as much as you wish to be. That's a real jockey, though.
Oh,
That is an actual scary entity. You are just a poser, so I do not fear you.
admittedly, I love being a smoker in versus.
It can be fun. Yeah.
Oh, the number of times I would just be that person and perch on top of a building, grab somebody. It's like, okay, you can rescue them. They're going to fall and down themselves, but you can rescue them if you want.
The best way to play Smoker.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
So what we just saw there is the escalator at the end can be RNG. So we had the bad RNG. It was facing the wrong direction. So instead of going around, we just hopped off the glass near the safe room and went right to it. And now, normally what would happen in this finale, for most people who run this category in this game, when we do the bot kicking trick on Dark Carnival, usually you want to keep one bot alive for a trick on this finale, so that you can play the finale without the finale being started. That way you don't have to deal with hordes and stuff. For me, though, I like to play with no bots because it's theoretically faster, not having to vote and kill a bot on every level. So we are going to have to play normally, but
Okay.
for most people, you will see them having one bot and not having to deal with the finale normally. Our main focus here is to dodge specials and hope we get a bile bomb so that we don't have to worry about the commons too much.
Gotcha.
I got this one.
Grab. Charger, okay, good. Charger's stupid. I need to kill him though. Wait, where'd he go? Charger? Oh, you're right there. Hello.
Charger just wants a hug.
Die. I refuse to give him this hug. He scares me. That's why. No hug for you, buddy.
That's a 50-50, either getting a gentle hug or a strong hug.
Alright, so we unfortunately did not get any biles. So this might be a little iffy. We did get pipe bombs though, so we could make it work. There's a smoker around here. Gotta hope he doesn't get us.
I got one.
I think we might have grabbed one can too many, but that's okay. Alright, this wasn't too bad. This could have been a lot worse. Stop hitting me. Go away.
Does the adrenaline speed up pouring the fuel or no?
Yes,
That was
yes.
fast.
Adrenaline in this game speeds up almost everything. Like, it speeds up revives, it speeds up healing, pouring gas cans.
All right then.
It doesn't make sense, but
It's okay.
it does not make any sense, but it does speed it up. That is what I forgot to mention. So I'm glad you pointed that out.
I was like you are filling that up a lot faster than what I'm used to. Is it really just the adrenaline?
Yep. Makes zero sense how it works, but I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll run with it.
Oh, this could be...
Hey, Tank.
okay, that's okay. A little slowdown, but we're not dying, so it's whatever. Okay, we unfortunately did not get good RNG. Normally, you want to have an adrenaline spawn in that ambulance. As anyone familiar with this game knows that Hard Rain is a backtrack type of campaign. So you go back to the levels as you go through the campaign, but
Gotcha.
unfortunately we did get unlucky, so now we have to hope for adrenaline in other areas. Or just hit good hops.
Yeah, this is the last campaign, isn't it?
Yep.
Holy heck.
That was some close ass shit.
Unfortunately, I only got one adrenaline save for him, so this might be a bit bad, but should be okay. If we can get one more, though, we'll be fine. Gotta hope the game is nice to us with the RNG.
One thing, I'm grabbing pills.
Everyone knows hormones can increase the gravity of gasoline. That's a
True.
fair point. Today I learned.
That's the stuff that people like Einstein don't want us to know. Keep it hidden from us.
Right?
The government just doesn't want you to find out, really. Uh-oh. Hopefully the sink is not in a bad area. Okay, we're fine. I say that was a bad area, but you did not hit us. We are okay. We got lucky. Thank you, Mr. Tank.
I'm usually saying something else to Mr. Tank instead of thank you.
Yeah, usually that's what you say, but we just like to pretend he doesn't exist and hope he leaves us alone. Today he chose to have mercy on our souls, so I will thank him. He spared my life.
It's a very courteous Tank.
So this trick is... Oh, commons, excuse me.
There's the gas station.
So in this game, you can cancel the fall damage by stumbling yourself, which can happen with out of the way witch. You can do that with explosions, so propanes, pipe bombs, even boomer explosions. So for certain areas like that one, instead of skipping, waiting for the elevator to come down, we instead find a propane and just cancel our fall so we don't die or take damage.
Oh, wow.
And that trick is doable in all versions, actually, so anyone who does want to try that out... Oh, why did I go to expert? Oopsie, that was a force of habit. Even after all the time I've been running with no bots, I still sometimes vote to expert.
It's that muscle memory. It happens.
It is. I've spent the last 4 years pretty much running this category with the one bot thing. So definitely it's muscle
gotcha.
memory for me a little bit. I mentioned earlier that most people only are going to run with one bot. And but that is like accurate because there is only 2 people in the community, myself included, who run with no bots. Because it really is kind of like that type of strat it has some risk to it, even if it does theoretically save time. But for the most part, it's just way too risky or not as much time save. Almost. Unlucky. We're going to ignore that. I don't know why I didn't aggro right away. Okay, Tank. Normally, tanks are going to aggro you instantly. He just kind of stood there. I don't know what that was about. Tanks are feeling very generous today. Ooh, adrenaline.
Still figuring out the fall damage trick.
He was facing the opposite direction, so maybe we caught him by surprise. Might have been it. He just wasn't ready for his act yet. He was still putting on his makeup. We all know the tank wears makeup.
That is my new headcanon. You can't take that from me.
Cross here.
Yeah. Oh,
That's the sign.
sorry, you can go ahead.
Just really quickly, yeah, you have the subtitles on. Is that just another way to alert yourself if there's a special nearby, or is that just personal preference?
It does help with specials, but it is mostly personal preference.
I gotcha.
That shit was crazy.
The thing about this game is, I mentioned audio being broken earlier. The subtitles also aren't 100% functional. Sometimes things won't show up in the subtitles, so
Anyone out there?
it's like kind of personal preference, but it is a little useful, almost as if like I don't want to say it's like a backup kind of. So if the audio doesn't work, sometimes the subtitles will, and vice versa.
Makes sense.
So it's good to have them both on, but you would be fine playing without subtitles most of the time.
Okay.
The yard sale.
And so the reason we wanted adrenaline on this level is because it is all water, and since it is uneven ground and not flat ground, it is a bit difficult to hit hops. So having adrenaline makes it much easier to get through the level.
Gotcha.
Thankfully, we did get a second one, so we were able to mostly get through this level.
There's the place. We're close.
Although a little slower than I would like, so hopefully nothing bad spawns up ahead.
Safe house.
I say that, and here he is, Mr. Jockey. Where you at, buddy? It's
Friend.
always got to be you, huh? Okay, he spawned far away. We're good. Okay, we got adrenaline here. Good.
That got bad.
We also want adrenaline on the finale, just to get to the safe area faster, because it is also just all water.
Around.
Oh, gotcha.
So one thing about this campaign is the only gimmick is just water, which is very annoying to run through. If you don't have
So you-
adrenaline or can't be up, you're kind of just stuck.
Oof. So you mentioned that this is the finale, the final campaign. When does time officially end on this campaign?
It ends when we are in the boat. So like when we're in the boat and then like we lose control of our character and like the cutscene starts is when the time will end.
Okay.
Game on.
Oh, I forgot to throw my bile. Oops. Oh well, that's fine.
It's
Yeah, this is yet another god spot. So we'll just simply sit here for the next 3 minutes and wait.
I love how simple this little spot is that I never would have thought of, but here we are. So cool.
There is a lot of silly and simple spots in this game that most people would not think to use. When I first started this game, I was very surprised by some of the spots. It is shocking.
It's like I've been running around this whole time when I could have just stood in the water for 3 minutes. All right.
This is yet another spot that is... Most god spots are unfortunately not working on the newest patch of the game. There's a couple that work, but for the most part, they're all patched out, so...
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, if you don't have the old versions, you do have to run around still. Anyone who has seen this and wants to just sit around, you do need an old version for that. For most things,
Gotcha.
at least.
That makes sense.
But
So,
yeah, that's pretty much the run. As long as we don't get a bad tank spawn, we shouldn't have anything to worry about here. Because that can happen on this map is you can get a bad tank spawn and he'll hit you in the water. It's not a good time.
Gotcha.
At me, folks.
And then really quickly, before we hit time, I saw a couple raiders in chat. Hello, friends. If you missed out on the earlier part of this run, which has been super cool, Zephyr is absolutely amazing, or if you missed out on any shows or events, head to the VODs, go to YouTube, by going to youtube.com/GameDoneQuick, and you can check out all of this goodness. But yeah, definitely watch this run back. It has been so cool to see this game get so broken in such silly ways. I've loved it. And I hope, chat, you have too. Again, there's this little bit of catharsis of knowing how many times I died playing this. And then I could have just stood in the water and it would have been fine.
Heads up.
Goodbye, jockey. I hear you in the distance. The jerk who killed me. Not you. The jerk who killed me like once or twice. Once. It was only once. Tried to kill me the other time. There we go. That's the end. That's the run.
GG's.
A little bit of a hunter
awesome.
dose here at the end there.
I was gonna say, I'm like, that doesn't look like a jockey, but I don't know anymore. That was awesome. Massive GG's. And again, while everybody in chat is cheering you on for such an amazing run, now's your time. So where can people find you? What are you playing? Any shout outs you want to give, go for it.
People can find me on Twitch. I don't stream very often, but I do try to stream every now and then. Twitch.tv/BlueLuZephyr. Spelled the same way as you saw as my display name is. Don't really have any other areas, so if you want to stop by, I run lots of games. I run Left 4 Dead, I run Subnautica, State of K2, Superliminal, to name a few. Mostly Left 4 Dead and Subnautica right now, though. Shout out to the Left 4 Dead speedrunning community for pretty much getting me into speedrunning and starting my entire career that I have now within speedrunning. Thank you for all their help over the years. If you want to get into this game at all, feel free to join the Discord. We always are happy to have new runners. The game is unfortunately quite small right now, the speedrunning community, so we're always happy to have new runners, new people trying to get in. We're always happy to help. We have lots of resources, so if anyone does want to get in, please join the Discord. We would love to have you. We would love to help you.
Yes, again, GG's one more time to LuluZephyr. That was an absolutely amazing run of Left 4 Dead 2. And for those of you that are enjoying this zombie-themed episode of Express Lane, sit tight, maybe get a hydration break in there. And when we come back, we are switching. Hello and welcome back, friends. I hope you enjoyed your hydration break, because we are just going to get right on to our very next run, which is going to be Kefka 14 running Nightmare Creatures, any percent Ignatius. So this game looks highly intriguing, Kefka. Tell us a little bit about it.
So this game is pretty notoriously difficult for a lot of people to play. It was released on PC, PS1, and 64. We're on the 64 version tonight. I'm kind of one of the only runners that really mess around with the 64 version, other than a couple of players who have done some individual level runs of the game on the 64. But that being said, we can pick from two different characters. On the left, we have Ignatius. On the right, we have Nadia. We're going to be playing as Ignatius, and just to get some preliminary things out of the way, I do have level select on. In certain instances, we could have something go catastrophically weird, and for event safety, we can just reselect the level. And in many instances, if something does go catastrophically wrong, it'll be quicker to do so. Unlimited, though, is off, which gives us unlimited stuff. There is a chance we'll turn it on if mission 17 goes catastrophically, just so I can show off a quick kill, but probably not. But just for disclosure, before we get started.
All right.
Because this game is it's a pretty volatile speedrun, as you'll see.
I'm in love with it already.
Oh, yeah. So let's just go ahead and get into it in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. So basically, the name of this run is going to be what you saw just there. I paused the game and clipped through a wall, and luckily we didn't have to get an immediate reset on the first level. That was something I was kind of prepared to maybe have to do. It's even calculated into the estimate, in fact. But that didn't happen. What can happen is we can get down warped into the water that you see to my right, and that'll kill us. So yeah, we're just running around the entire level, and we're going to jump over this, and we win. That's level 1.
Nice.
And that's what most of the levels in this game look like with any percent. Is we just clip through. Some levels are extremely short, like this one here. This is spittle filled. We're just going to come to this wall here. Second try clip, not bad. We're going to hop a little bit into the void, come to this window, and the level's over already.
All right, then.
Yep, that's Nightmare Creatures. Now, there are categories where you actually can't do these clips. I don't play those, frankly. The reason I don't is I really just like playing things as fast as I can. We are coming up on the first boss here in a moment, though, and actually this is an interesting difference between the 64 and PS1 version. The levels here are flipped around. Normally, we would have fought the boss, then done this level, but one moment, I need quiet. Most excellent. Okay, cool.
Nice.
So that's Sewer Snake, and there goes Sewer Snake. The first boss is gone. We got the quick kill, which is awesome. Normally, I'd never ask for quiet time when I'm doing runs, but that requires a little bit of focus. I have to count there and really focus on the timing to sort of keep the snake trapped in a loop of getting hit. There we go. This is also a very short level here. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, we got away from it. Oh, he's following us. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes things can get a little weird. We're all right, though.
I feel like you're doing the soundtrack for some of my runs. It's like, we're fine. No, we're not fine. Okay, yeah, we're fine.
That's this run in a nutshell. Because we're, going places we're not supposed to go, sometimes things can act a little weird. In general, enemies aren't going to be a problem. Sometimes a certain clip will be a problem for a moment, like that one was for just a bit there. And the way the clips work is it's not the pause itself that does the clipping. What kind of is? I'm holding forward for a single frame, and then I'm pausing. And for a moment, Ignatius still moves when the pause screen is open. And when the pause screen is open, all the geometry and stuff just ceases to exist for just a moment, is essentially how it works. So, yeah, I'm abusing that to just run through walls.
Love it.
This level here is notoriously tricky, I say, as I get one of the hardest clips in the game first try randomly. You love to see it.
Isn't that how it always is?
Yeah.
Very nice.
We run past a monster there that's not doing anything. You'll notice we saw a big, tentacle monster there to the left. We're not really worried about those things. In this game, if something isn't on screen, it doesn't exist. So I use that to my advantage a lot to just keep, certain things off screen so they don't bother me when I'm trying to go through walls and such.
That's fair.
We're going to take a highly specific route on this level. One thing I've not mentioned is we do have a gauge other than our health. It's a little blue bar, like a vertical one on the left side of the screen. Here we go. And if it runs out, we'll just start continually taking damage. It is what is known as the adrenaline gauge. Luckily, it didn't run out there. It was pretty close, though. That clip gave me some trouble. Uh-oh, no. We got stuck on the box. I might be able to work with this anyway. Oh, we escaped. Let's go.
Ooh, what? That is an escape.
Yeah, luckily there's a thing in the game that happens if you get below some geometry or above it when out of bounds, you up warp or down warp to it. And in that instance, you up warp. And I got it first try, and we were able to get away from the big monster. So let's go.
Nice.
You love to see it. Let's see if we can actually get to the end, though, and not die. All right, cool.
Yeah, you weren't kidding with the volatility of this run.
Oh, it's a mess, dude.
I love it.
It's a mess. This is City. City has a couple different routes. There's one that's a little riskier and slightly quicker. We're going to be taking the slightly slower one that's not quite as risky. Actually, there's basically no risk in this route at all.
A question for you: Is there a reason that you choose Ignatius? Is that your preferred character, or
in the 64 version, Ignatius is a much easier to clip with than Nadia. In the PS1 version, they're both very easy to clip with. But in the 64 version, for some reason, Nadia is just much trickier to clip out of bounds with than Ignatius is.
all right?
It probably has something to do with Nadia's hitbox, if I had to guess, but unclear.
Gotcha.
So we're finally to the second boss, and we're making our way towards the end of the game pretty quick here already. Just going out of bounds and running around all these levels, basically. That's more or less. This is Snowman. Snowman is the longest boss in the game and the longest thing that happens in the game as well. by a very large amount. And what he's going to just relentlessly throw snowballs at us. And we're going to need to dodge these and pick up a bunch of dynamite to fight him. He's more or less an auto-scroller, weirdly enough. It's all right, we've got a couple continues.
Are where he throws the snowballs, is that like random or rough idea?
He's just going to always aim straight at me.
Gotcha.
So we can kind of kite him if we're not trying to do other stuff, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm letting him throw them, and then I'm throwing the dynamite. That's unfortunate. I backed into the wall in a strange way, so now we're going to get locked for just a moment.
Oh, geez.
There we go. Yeah, Snowman is irritating. This is the only slog in the game, if you could really even call it that. And but at the end of the fight, while we're waiting for Snowman to actually finish dying, we can come over here and get a free heal for later.
Nice.
Which doesn't waste any time at all.
So did he do like your stereotypical like soap opera death of die, come back, die, come back, die, come back, and then said, okay, I'm tired now? Because that's what it looked
pretty
like.
much. That pretty much. I think what it is the environment like crumbles around when you throw dynamite on the ground. You don't even have to like hit him with it. And then after enough of it falls on him, it just fatigues him enough, I suppose.
That's fair.
You know, and also for a game called Nightmare Creatures, this run, we're really not seeing that many. We've seen a big snake, a blue thing, and the abominable snowman. So, pretty interesting collection of Nightmare Creatures thus far.
It counts. It totally counts. And thing is a good way to describe that one.
There we are. So this level here has a few different routes we can take. It's worth mentioning that if we hop too far in the wrong direction in the void and go too far off the map, the game just crashes as well. So learning how to navigate while out of bounds and just not do that takes a little bit of just knowing the actual game as well. Knowing where you can go and roughly how everything's laid out.
I'm learning my first speedrun that has some blind movement, and I had respect for people that did that before, but now having to do it myself, y'all are wizards. It is amazing how well you can do that.
So we just took a second death, which does not bode very well for what approaches, as I had an intentional death routed in. So we're gonna wing it a little bit going into mission 17. We'll see what happens. It'll be interesting.
Chat, you know,
this is one of the shortest levels in the game right here. This is Bloomsbury. And we're gonna hop like 3 times, maybe 4. Run into this little hallway and then side hop and the level's over. It's
I like how it stops you just before the fire. It's like, no, you don't have to deal with the fire yet. It's fine.
So one item I picked up in a previous level was a saw, and I'm going to pick up a second one here. The enemies in this game, all the regular mobs at least, have a sort of state where if you hit them enough, they fly into pieces and there's blood and gore, etc. And that particular state is sort of just like a on or off state for the creatures in the game. And there's one boss that ironically has that state on. And it is this next boss, Jose. And the way you're normally supposed to fight Jose is you slowly crush him to death with these spikes. And he just like falls to pieces and it's super hardcore or whatever. Well, there goes that. That's interesting. Jose decided to be very strange. He does it occasionally.
Yeah, fair.
We simply go back in. And normally what I do here is I'll actually die on purpose because it respawns me in a position that I can use to my advantage to do that.
What?
to do that.
What?
Instead of yeah. So it's quick. So even in that instance, it was quicker to just take the game over, so I could get the setup to do that, which just defeats Jose instantly. See, because Jose falls apart with the spikes at the end, the state that causes certain enemies to be able to like fly to pieces is on with Jose. And what the saw does is it makes you, for a limited amount of time, all of your attacks. Okay, are you going to go through the wall, Ignatius? Thank you. Anyway, all of your attacks, as a result, instantly do that to anything with that state that's on. Jose is included in that. So you can just one-shot Jose if you hit him just right with it.
It's awesome.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah, it saved like a minute when it was found. It was great.
Oh, wow. Actually, there's a really quick question, chat. Is there a way to skip the text scroll after the level, or you just kind of have to accept your fate and deal with the
You have
scroll?
to accept your fate, unfortunately. You can hold A to make it go faster, which I do.
Okay.
The PS1 and PC version, though, has a cutscene in between each one that you can skip, but it's got more loading screens as a result. So ironically, the 64 version becomes the fastest regardless,
Oh.
even with the text crawl.
Sure.
So, yeah, kind of interesting. So we're already going into the final boss, by the way. We stopped in the previous level and picked up a weapon upgrade here, which is gonna help us a little bit. Not only does it give us an additional health bar, so it's kind of just like a general upgrade, but it also gives us a stronger weapon, which is gonna be useful for the final boss. So this is Crowley, and first we're gonna have to fight these little bats, and then he's gonna come down and fight us. And that's really about it. Like, we're seriously at the end of Nightmare Creatures, pretty much already.
I love the intimidating name of the area, the Roofs.
The roofs, yes. So you'll notice that I used one of the saws to hit these bats with, and it just pretty much like decimates them instantly.
I love the character designs of these bosses.
Oh, they're great. Now we're gonna fight Crowley. So Crowley can do one of two things, depending on what kind of mood he's in. And it's looking like he's in a dance mood today.
All right. We had parkour in the previous run, so dance is the natural progression.
So normally what's supposed to happen is Crowley getting pinned against a wall. And this makes Crowley hit and then immediately block, which is what we want to see him do. Not hit multiple times like that. He really only does that if he starts jumping around and hopping and stuff.
He does not want to sit still.
Nope. And we can only hit him with combos. There is a way to sort of stun lock him and get him stuck in the wall. At the main beginning of the fight, but if he decides to just hop to the left or right at the start, it's done. The opportunity to do that has completely ended. That's where we don't want Crowley to be, is inside of that as well.
Oh.
All the worst things he can possibly do, he has absolutely done today. This is fantastic. We're gonna go over here and hope he follows. Yeah, excellent, cool. Yeah, if Crowley dies over there, oh, it's wonderful. If Crowley dies over there, it's rip run.
Really?
Yeah, we can't because we can't deal the final blow.
Oh no.
That's it. Here we come on time. Look, I gotta go around him. I've never killed him from behind. All right, here we go. And time.
GG. I love that.
Yeah, the boss gave me a very hard time tonight. Had very good ones in practice earlier, so that's usually how that works.
You had all the
Yeah,
good ones,
exactly.
And now Crowley's like, all right, now we're gonna mess with you. That was awesome. And
Thank you.
1539. Awesome job.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, well, I'm seeing plenty of GGs in chat. Kafka, an absolute fantastic person. Love having you on Hotfix. Where can people find you? What are you currently playing?
You can find me over on my Twitch channel. Lately, I've been doing a lot of co-op on someone else's channel, actually. But as far as solo speedrun stuff goes, I'm going to start grinding this again soon. I found some new stuff in it when I started back. But yeah, I wanted to say also thanks for having me on Express Lane a second time. I was running Tori 2 at one point last year, so it's always great to be here.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We love having you, and I feel like I need to get myself an N64 because I like this kind of chaos that you have shown us today.
Well, this is just a piece of the chaos of the amount of random games I've ran over the years, as a lot of people that watch Hotfix are probably aware at this point. So,
absolutely
hooray!
Love it. Yes, GG's. Thank you so much for that absolutely super speedy, super cool run. For those watching, sit tight. We're going to take another quick hydration break, maybe add a few stretches here and there, and we're going to shift gears. Hello again, gamers, and welcome back to this zombie-fueled episode of Express Lane. Now, I swear this is not deja vu. Okay, maybe it is. We're just going to get started right into the next run with Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, with Vizzle running the category of ending a, normal, new game. So, Vizzle, take it away and tell us about all these little categories. And I swear again, this is not deja vu.
Yeah. So yeah, we're starting normal, ending a, new game. So we're starting level 1. All main bosses getting ending A category, which could go into S, but we only like A. So let's get started. 72-hour, level 1, normal. And yep, we got 5 or so cutscenes we got to skip through here. And then we will be starting the run.
And again, with that cursed frog. Love it.
Yeah. After this next cutscene, time will start. And 3, 2, 1.
Good luck.
Thank you. All right, here we go. So first thing we got to do, we got Frank West coming in hot for his scoop. We got to go into the mall. Normally in the original, you'd be jumping around for more speed, but this one you can just run. Don't get to spam that A or X button jump. So it's a little nicer on the thumbs. Going to
I
the
always appreciate.
Yeah, gotta love it. Now we're in the entrance plaza. Couple more cutscenes skip. Now we go all the way back here. See all the survivors here. And then one dog will lead a whole demise of people.
Oh.
So in this very beginning part, all the zombies come in, flood in. We need one specific weapon here. That weapon is a shotgun from Mr. Bryan. Mr. Bryan needs to quit existing. These zombies need to hit him. Nice. This shotgun is going to be our best friend in this run. Run upstairs. Some more cutscenes. Gotta love them. All right, now
Is it
we're
possible?
gonna. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Is it possible that like Brian just doesn't die, or is it guaranteed that the zombies are gonna eventually get him?
So there is a chance where they just don't want to hit them all, so you just have to punch them and then take the shotgun from them. So, yeah.
That's fair.
Right there, we just grabbed an apple and some coffee creamer and made Fleetfoot. We're going to be running super fast now from an apple and coffee creamer mixture in the blender.
That sounds so appetizing.
Oh yeah. Now we're gonna use this super speed we got now to run all the way over to a sports shop we're going to grab ourselves some skateboards. These are going to be our main movement throughout the whole game. So we want to make sure we don't get grabbed by any of these zombies, so we get a nice clean little movement through here. We're going to grab 2 skateboards, swap to the shotgun. We're going to jump off this ledge, super jump, break the window, and grab this book right here. This book is going to be our skateboard health upper, I'd say. Basically, it increases our skateboard's health because we're going to be using this thing the whole time. And also a mechanic that I just used there, coming out of the door with the skateboard, if you input your movement button on your keyboard and mouse, you can keep moving. And on controller, it doesn't work. So you just use keyboard, mouse, swap over. And then, yeah. Here's our first boss fight with Carlito. We're going to have to drop our skateboard, pick it up, swap the shotgun, shoot Carlito with this shotgun, and bang.
That is a terrifyingly accurate shotgun at long distance. I love it.
Now Carlito's done. We're going to hop up here, grab a magazine that just makes our weapons do more damage. You got to like that. Skateboard down. Now we're going to go meet Mr. Barnaby. We're just kind of skateboarding over. We're going to be dropping one of our skateboards here, the one I'm destroying right now, for a mini Uzi. That's going to be our second best friend right now for these boss fights.
Love how you have an Uzi, or mini Uzi, but still, nope, shotgun preferred. Like, that makes logical sense. I'm here for it.
And after we see Mr. Barnaby, we're going to be doing a little out of bounds. Not the original bike zip that we're used to from the original, but a little less flying over the map with it. Just a normal casual get out with it. It's going to go all the way back here. Sport shop. Grab the bike. Head over to Fashion Fiesta. And we're going to do a little lineup here. So we want to get our back tire in this corner and like be parallel to the wall. And we are out. And when you're out in the void here, you don't want to skateboard right away or else you'll just fall forever. Then you have to reload the autosave. So step on the void, then skateboard. Right here, you want to hop off before you get back out there, just for safety. You could YOLO it, but then you'd fall.
Fair.
So now we're back over in Paradise Plaza, like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, pretty sick. It only saves like a few seconds, but it does help save the skateboard health. Now we gotta go back to the security room. And now a nice little mechanic that they added in the remaster is the time skip. You can just look at your watch and for hours and skip time instead of using the mod back in the original.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, we got
Actually, while we're-
some time here. We're just going to be looking at a watch.
All right. Well, in that case, while we have some time, I do want to mention that Back to Black 2025, which is the upgrade to UBAF, is going to be live February 6th through the 9th here on Games Done Quick Twitch channel. It's going to be benefiting Race Forward. So catch the action and support such an incredible cause. Friends, I need you to type !BTB in chat to see that event schedule. And if you want to find out more about all the Black speedrunning community, typing just !BAF in chat will get you that info. And if you're crafty, prize submissions are open from right now until February 1st. So definitely check that out. It's such a cool marathon with some absolutely super cool games. You should be tuning in.
All right. Now, Mr. Carlito, we shot him with a shotgun, right? He's gone.
Right.
No, he's back. He's got a Barrett 50 cal. I don't know where he got it from, but he got it. So now we're going to go fight him, save Mr. Barnaby. He's got him in his clutches. And yeah.
So DRDR follows the Zombieland rule of double tap. And we missed the double tap.
Yep. So this boss fight's kind of little, I don't know how to call it, but we want to make sure we save our ammo because this Uzi we have, we need it for 3 bosses. So we want to make sure we don't waste too much ammo. So we're going to skateboard up these stairs. Hopefully he doesn't shoot us. And he doesn't. Nice. Go behind this pillar. And shotgun him. Maybe. And Uzi him down.
Almost there. Keep up the pressure.
He does some little jumps to get out of the way.
Is ammo just hard to come by in the game? Or is like just is it out of the way?
It's, oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. All right. No. So there's only certain pickups that you can get the Uzi in that, and they're really out of the way if you have to get another one. So.
Gotcha.
And also a mechanic with the shotgun that we use is bosses in this game have like a shield, and we use the shotgun just to break their shield, so we do more damage with the Uzi. And there he was just jumping around, so thought I'd pop it again, even though I couldn't even hit him.
No, fair.
All right, now we got to go get some medicine for Brad. Brad got hit, so we got to go get some medicine for him. Normally here, you'd pick up a second book for skateboard health, but that takes time. I don't want to do that. We gotta go quick.
Respectable.
Yep. So, as long as I keep my skateboard health good, I shouldn't need to have to get another book, but if I do happen to have lower HP than I want coming back, then I can grab it, so.
Also, I love how smooth the mechanics are using a skateboard to go upstairs.
Oh yeah, just super simple, just upstairs, no problem.
It looks so simple. Anybody with a skateboard can do that. Disclaimer, I don't recommend y'all trying that. Please don't.
Oh, and zombies, they love grabbing you off skateboards in this game. They just love doing it. We got Steven coming up. Same type of strat here. We're going to shotgun him, back up with the Uzi, and then blast him with it.
I love the cart.
Nice. 17 bullets. That's a little bit low, but we should be good.
Nice, nice.
Now it gives us the pharmacy key. We get meds for Mr. Brad. I'll get his head on back. Avoid zombies. Save our health on the skateboard. And yeah. A lot of going back to this security room.
Makes sense.
A little safe spot.
So, did you originally run, or did you run the original Dead Rising Deluxe, or Dead Rising, or did you join with DRDR, or?
So originally I was learning how to do the original game, and then I saw the remaster coming out, and I was like, I'll just start on the remaster, because I use a PS5 controller for this game, and the inputs don't really work with the original for some reason, so I had to use like keyboard inputs also, which was really a headache for me. So I just started with this game and it worked fine.
As someone that has such a hard time with mouse and keyboard for a lot of games, you're speaking my language when you say that's a bit of a headache.
Like I don't mind switching inputs, but when it's like important inputs where I need just drop my controller right away, it was a little rough.
That's fair.
Another little skateboard tech. on the elevator there, if I drop my skateboard down to go, it will just start putting me in the direction that I need to go. Unless, if I was originally riding the skateboard, it would put me in the opposite direction that I was going out of the elevator there. So it's a little time save just starting the skateboard up.
That's cool.
And with the watch here, we do a little fast. So there's fast time and like a little slow fast time. I don't know, I forget what they're called, but if you do fast, slow, and then back to the fast, your watch will wind up super fast right away. It saves a couple seconds, but nice little tech.
Now, I know with there's a lot of like humans every so often, so and so is dead, so and so is dead. Is there is there any benefit to keeping any of them alive? Or are they literally just zombie fodder in the background?
Yeah, they're just in the background. They're just background characters. No one cares about them.
Sure.
Now we got to go back over towards the supermarket for Isabella. We're going to fight Isabella now in her motorcycle. She just randomly got a motorcycle in the mall.
There's probably a Costco or a Sam's Club attached.
Yeah. Now I make our way all the way back over there. Now we got
How
some.
much?
Oh, no,
on.
you're good.
I was gonna ask
not
like
much.
the amount of like RNG variants or other things. I've noticed like your time, like your record time is slightly different than the estimate. So I'm wondering like, how can this go off the rails?
The only way it goes really off the rails is ammo. And
gotcha.
Isabella here being amazingly driving around. Oh my gosh. And I threw my book. That's not what I want. Okay. This is a little rough. Isabella's doing her thing. Just driving around.
But so yeah, I think the what is going on?
All right, Isabella's done.
Like Isabella, I don't think that motorcycle helped you at all.
No.
Oh my gosh. Love that.
Yeah. Now Isabella's gonna go talk to Mr. Carlito. He's the one behind all this stuff. See if she can get info on him. So we're gonna go meet up with her at a certain time at 12. And I usually try and stop it a little bit before the time you're supposed to meet, so that way, right as I get through the door, it pops. But and nice little mechanic here. If I can jump kick right away, I'll kill the zombie. Nice.
Very nice.
Now Isabella got hurt by the zombie, so now we got to carry her back to the safe room.
So sorry.
And some people that are outside that can cause some commotion out of the convicts. So they can have two spawns. One be on the right side, which we want. One on the left side, which we don't want. And we got them on the right. Nice. So if they spawn on the right, it's clear sailing. Run straight back over to the plaza and bring Isabella back. If they spawn here on the left, I got to take a certain pathing so that way they don't end up just shooting me down and killing me and Isabella.
Oh.
Yeah. So now we just got to carry Isabella all the way back. Skateboard health's kind of a little low, but it should be fine.
I'm also enjoying the very chill nature of these specific zombies.
Yeah.
They're just vibing.
Oh, and these police zombies are here. They added in the remaster that they can shoot their pistols just willingly, just random.
Oh.
So they could hit you off your board or hit you while you're carrying Isabella. It's a really fun time.
Fair.
But yep, just run back, dodge zombies.
I love just that horde of zombies in the elevator just waiting. And like, just because you hit the elevator button, and it's like my headcanon is just going, they're just sitting there or standing there politely since they're off camera. It's fine.
Just waiting for you.
Yeah. We'll
Now we
next
gotta
time.
skip some time, wait till 3 a.m. And then we're gonna have a couple more cutscenes. Barnaby's taking a nap. Brad's showing off his gun. Now Jesse's taking a nap. Not a whole lot happened, nothing too insane,
No, fair. Well, in that case, we're skipping a little bit of time. I just want to give it. Sorry, go for it if you had something to say, please.
No, you're good. Yeah, there's just time watching right now.
Well, in that case, again, friends, remember your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits that you cheer on the GDQ Twitch channel is going to help support Games Done Quick Hotfix and shows like Express Lane. So if you enjoy watching these speedruns, consider subscribing to the channel so you can get access to our super cute emotes and chat with other subscribers during our replays and marathons. Those emotes are awesome. I see some in chat. And now we resume our zombie elevators.
The next part we are doing is bomb collector. So Carlito has put 5 bombs underground, and we got to go get them before he blows this whole place and releases zombies to the whole world. So we're gonna go head over outside to the parking lot and grab ourselves a nice red car, super speedy car. Convicts are still hanging around, doing their thing, having fun.
Fair.
I'm not gonna ask where they got the Jeep with the MG on it, but
it's one of those just nod your head and go, okay, yeah,
Like,
we'll
all right.
run with that. You do you.
yeah. Here's our ride. So, with this car, we need to keep this car alive. How do we keep it alive? Don't run into Carlito. Carlito is going to be here yet again trying to stop us. And if he hits us with his van, that does so much damage and almost instantly breaks the car. So we want to avoid him because he's going to be chasing us. He's going to be throwing grenades, trying to stop us. Here's our first bomb that we're getting. 4 more. And this car, I think it's got like butter on the wheels or something. I don't know. It's super slippery.
All my years of playing Burnout Paradise has prepared me for this specific mission.
Yes. This thing drifts insane.
Oh, jeez. You are not kidding there.
Yeah. And then Carlito, there he is.
Oh, yeah.
Gives us a nice opening to drive right on by. Sometimes he doesn't want to be nice, but there he is.
You would think hitting all of those zombies would do maybe a little bit of damage, but it's fine.
It's fine. Number 3, here we are. Mr. Carlito. Almost swerving at me, but we're good. And I especially want to try and avoid shopping carts / propane tanks, because random chance they could just throw me up in the air, just slow me down, let Carlito catch up, which we don't want.
Not fair.
Carlito crashes in the wall, drives up there, gave me a little love tap, but we're good still.
Nice.
Get a nice little drift through that corner. That was nice. Normally I just slam into the wall there if I mess it up. Oh. Now we're smoking. So that means our car is pretty low on health. Do not want this grenade to touch us. Yeah, you just want to give me a little hug. Hopefully I can keep this car alive for a bit. Now we're gonna grab the maintenance tunnel key, because we're gonna need to access this underground area one more time later in the run. Make it a little bit quicker. Now since my skateboard health's really low here, I'm gonna try and use the car. Please, okay. Preserve that skateboard health, because we do end up getting another skateboard re-up later on. So that wasn't too bad. That hit on Carlito scared me a little bit, but the car survived.
Your question, chat. Do zombies deserve love? Depends on the movie you are watching. There's some where the answer is yes. These, no. No love.
No love to these ones. We just run them over.
Just run over.
And the quickest way to stop this car is just slamming into the wall.
That's fair. Honestly, yeah.
That's all you gotta do. Slam it in the wall and you get out and you're good. All right, now we're going back to the security room after all that fun. Bump into a little light post.
That is the most brilliant animation. It's like it had like a shockwave. Oh my gosh.
Get some hugs in the elevator. Why not?
Oh, they really want some hugs.
Yeah.
It's like, this is it, friends. This is our time.
We must congratulate him on the bomb run. Now, the next part we're coming up, Isabella's going to take us to Carlito's little safe house area. We got to escort her. So this is probably the most ridiculous little tech that's in this game with her, which you will see in a few seconds. Once we get out here, the meter. Is Isabella? Let's get moving. So, Isabella and all other survivors, you can spam a call and have them come with you. But Isabella, if you just spam it, she won't attack any zombies because she is a very aggressive survivor. So she will attack anything and everything. So if you spam your call, the voice line, she will not do anything to him. She'll just keep on running. So this is basically an auto scroller with Frank just yelling. And we're gonna do a board refresh here.
That's cool. This is the zombie apocalypse version of the heavy rain constantly.
Yeah.
Ethan calling for Jason.
Jason!
God, press X for Jason. What made me think of that game? Not too long ago, I had this sudden desire to play it again. I'm like, huh, sure, why not?
And now we're gonna go over back in this right-hand corner with all these trees and grab ourselves another Uzi. And it's like, I don't know who put the Uzi up there, but I don't know.
But thank you.
That's basically get a little hug here. shoot out the shotgun, grab our Uzi. Actually, I'm gonna grab
Yeah,
another
that
shotgun.
is an interesting spot for it.
Yeah, just threw it up in the tree. We're gonna end up grabbing another shotgun because we're gonna need it for the last boss. We were low on ammo there. Just come on, follow me, Isabella. That's all. Zombie shooting me. Love it.
It's Frank's hot new mix.
Yeah.
That tape's dropping tonight.
Go in the gun store. Grab a shotgun. Now we're just gonna wait over here by these boxes where Carlito's hideout is. And Miss Isabella. Nice.
Is juke.
Let's avoid the grab there.
That last second one, it's like, oh, I can do this. Oh,
I can stop him. All right. Now we got in Carlito's little hideout. We need a little passcode to access his computer, which we don't know. So we got to find Carlito. But Jesse's seen something on the cam with Carlito going on, getting dragged by a very, very big man. And Jesse's calling us back to the security room. We're going to find out where he is and look for Mr. Carlito. Now it's just a skateboard back to the safe security room. And some fun skateboarding through the mall.
like a little extra bit of like bowling a few of them down before you hopped in.
Yeah.
Hopefully so. You keep going through that water area. Is it just the fastest direct route or just less zombies to deal with?
Just less zombies. You do risk getting shot by the cop zombies there, but it's just a lot less zombies that are in that area.
Okay.
It's back to the security room. Carlito getting dragged by Mr. Larry there.
Oh,
Big man Larry, the butcher.
that's a giant right there.
Now we're going to use our maintenance tunnel key that we got earlier to access those tunnels way quicker. We're going to go see Mr. Larry for a visit.
And the question, chat, is it possible to lose a skateboard? And if so, what do you do?
If you lose a skateboard, then it's a reset. So you don't want it to happen, but I'm pretty good with my skateboard health usually. So
Anyone there?
we're at half HP right now, which we should be fine for the rest of the run. Grab this white car, head on over to Mr. Larry. A lot of long distance driving / skateboarding one place to another.
I'm wondering if these particular scenes are that's what I'm looking for, disguised loading screens, if you will. Or if it's just, we're gonna make a really long area. Have fun.
Yep. And there's
Oh, you were kidding. That car does go vertical.
It does. It goes super high.
I
Now,
love
Mr. Larry.
physics.
Yeah. He's the biggest guy, but he's also the nicest. He won't attack you unless you attack him.
Aw.
So, but here we go.
Awful.
We're gonna start the fight with Larry. We're gonna shotgun him once, shotgun him twice, dodge the knife, get back here with the Uzi, and start blasting them. Dodged the meat, but he hit the other meat. Peppered him with the Uzi. And the knives that he throws here will not hit you.
Oh.
So the only thing you gotta dodge is him throwing the big meat carcasses. So he is down.
I'll make a League of Legends reference for people that are both gonna either love me or hate me. So dodging knives like that. So you're standard Dr. Mundo player. Got it.
Exactly. Get some more hugs from zombies here.
Yeah.
Now we're heading back to Isabella, and that's pretty much it. We just got a bunch of time watching on the watch, and then heading back to the safe room afterwards.
Now, while you're waiting for all of that, like, are there specific combinations of categories that you prefer more than others when you speed run it, or it's like, is this like your favorite way to run DRDR? Because there's a lot of options I noticed on speedrun.com.
I like the new game run. The new game plus is basically just same thing, but you have the infinite ammo Mega Man launcher and all that. So new game's just kind of a little more skillful, I'd say. I just enjoyed it a bit more. The facts. We got all the cases closed, but our ride's not here.
Oh.
So now we just gotta skip some cutscenes, watch the watch. Military arrives, coming to clear all the zombies and all the people here. But luckily, we're gonna avoid them by chilling in Carlito's safe place and letting time go by.
Fair.
We're watching till the last two bars, and there'll be the almost last cutscene. Then we skateboard back to the safe room. So now all the military, all the zombies, they are gone. Empty mall. So now we just get free skateboard. No interruptions, no little hugs.
I would say all of our free hugs.
Yeah.
What?
No more hugs. They're all taking naps now. It's
Look,
nap
72
time,
hours is a lot for a lot of people. Zombies included. It does feel so weird without anyone there.
Yeah. And that book that earlier that I decided not to grab saves about like 10, 13 seconds, I'd say. So,
Oh, wow.
nice little time save, but also a lot riskier to go without it. Now we can skateboard in the security room because no one's here to enforce rules. And time will be coming up. 3, 2, now.
GG's.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a solid run.
Thank you.
Sub 37? That was. Yeah, that seems like such a fun. It seems like such a fun run to learn too. Like pretty straightforward.
There's not
Some good things
like,
in there.
yeah, it's mostly just very simple mechanics. It's not really a whole lot of. The only thing that felt difficult to learn was out of bounds, but once
Makes
practicing
sense.
that for a little bit, that was pretty easy.
I love it. Yeah, GG's again. Chat, put some GG's in there. And in the meantime, Fizzle, where can people find you and what are you playing right now?
You can find me on Twitch, Vizzle, TikTok, it's Vizzle, YouTube, Vizzle. Mostly right now, I stream once in a blue moon, rarely. Some videos once in a while. Mostly Tarkov I've been playing. That's basically it for where you can find me.
Hey, that works. And yeah, good choice in Tarkov there. That's a game I need to get back into. But friends, we have one more run to go, and we are going to be heading on to Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies. So get that last hydration. Hello and welcome back, friends, for our final run of this zombie-fueled episode of Express Lane. I know we're at the final run. It's so sad. But it's such a cool run, though, and I'm so glad you were here to see it, because it is the brand new Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies. And the category, I've left out a few things. I'm sure our runner, Kip, could explain it. It is Terminus Unrestricted Current Patch. So, Kip, take it away and just at some point explain all those fun little categories mentioned.
Yeah, so my name's Kip. I've been speedrunning zombies for about a year and a half. I've been running this game since about the day it dropped. I'm going to get this going right away because it's got quite a long cutscene to it. But yeah, this run is very fun. It's very fast-paced. It has had about 2 minutes taken away from it on the recent patches. But it'll have a minute added back after this run, like a week after here, with the new DLC drop. So it's had quite the controversy with who holds the record, what the fastest time is, what the fastest route is, but we found a pretty consistent way to play.
All right.
And the timer will start in 2, 1. That was kind of bad, sorry. It's a bit awkward to get going, because the cutscene itself is not the same every time. But we'll start just farming headshots. We need a lot of money to get out of here, because we have to get all the way to the bottom of the map by round 5, or round 6.
Okay.
I've seen my shit.
With Rampage, the whole round will all come in like 15 seconds faster than they used to. So you can get through all of this much quicker. Because now we'll be on round 3 as that gen ends.
Amp unit energized. Area 1 online.
And do the same thing. The pathing sometimes when you hit these zombies, they kind of freak out like that. Kind of funny. Clear up the whole round, we're on to the next. And we'll be checking this clock. And that number is 3, and that'll be used on a code later to fight the first boss.
Oh. Is that number random then?
Yeah, the hour in the hand will be random. Obviously, it can't be 0, but it will not be 9 either.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why it can't be 9, but it has never been 9. We did not get bugs this round. We can get it 5 or 6. And that also sets it to 10 or 12 later in the run. But that means we can hit a quote skip later in the run because we did not get bugs.
Yeah, someone in chat mentioned bugs, please be nice.
Yeah. We're also going to talk to that stuffed animal there in that closet real quick, because it'll give us a shock charge later that used to be used in that lockdown skip, but now I just use at the end of the map.
Nice.
Also, we did get good RNG. We have the best trap in the game. There are 3 of these around the map, and that one is the closest to where we need it to be.
Why are there rings on the skull?
The other 2 are at the bottom of the lab, so they can't lose too much time, but they lose like 15 seconds. Just clear out of here. We ended that round a little early, but it'll be all right.
Area 2 online.
Good work.
So you got some fans in chat cheering on the jug trap.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of RNG on this map anymore, and there never really was actually. But that means that there's not a lot of leeway in the run either for times.
Gotcha.
This is a very important impact to hit, and we did not miss it
Nice.
because we need that double for the rest of the run. Drop this so I don't die, and switch to that because we'll need it also later in the run. If you play on solo, when you pause right there, your game will pause. But if you play on squad fill with or you play squad with squad fill off, you will not pause your game. And since the game is RTA, it's faster to be on squad and have the game play around you. Oh, we're very poor for this run though. That'll be fine though. Need to get this for the first step of this egg. Just gonna kind of clear the wave out. And we have to shoot these 5 boxes through the middle of the map here. I hope that drop wasn't something good. Because my energy mine down there killed a zombie and it forced a drop. Because they're based off of kills in the round. These codes I'm entering on my phone as I run. We used to not do this. It's a pretty recent add-on. Saves a little time, but it's kind of annoying to do. Hit a basketball up there. Make 2,000 points appear right there.
Makes sense.
Yeah. There, on the initial drop of this game, you could shoot it with the shotgun I have, and it would count for every bullet that hit, and you could get up to 64,000 points there. And obviously, when they patched that, we had to clear the board because you couldn't have 64,000 points anymore.
Oh, gotcha.
And we also have a chance at the best RNG on wires. Okay. 3-2 is our code. I saw that post quick, but I'll show it again.
Insert the resonator into what Tanofsky called the oscillation calibrator.
We need to make a lot of money here, but I don't think we will. It'll be fine if we don't. Yeah, we don't have enough. For a jug. Actually, we might. Oh, we do. I sometimes forget how the points work for perks because it used to be like they all had their own point system, but now it's 2,500 for the first perk on the game, and everyone after it is just 500 more. So jug was 3,500 there, when normally on a map it'd be a 2,500 in older games, which are what I normally played. Turn our boat around real quick here. We just have to fill these soul boxes, only with the purple-eyed zombies, which used to make this really confusing, but we found a way to actually play it out now. It is killing this one and that one. And then these two, and there should be 2 zombies that spawn now, and if it shocks that one, we're unlucky. But it did not. Man, this is quite the run.
Nice, nice.
It's a good thing I can't see my timer, because I feel like we're really fast.
You're doing great. Well, I have a good question since we're just to distract from the time. I know weapon skins are a big thing in Call of Duty, and it looks like we're using dark matter?
Yep, I have Dark Matter and Nebula, which are both the Mastery camos. I got Nebula 8 days after the game dropped.
Oh, wow.
Which means I got 66,000 headshots within 8 days of the game's release. I was on a bit of a tear. But there used to be a way to have infinite low spawns on a different map that they patched. That they needed to patch, I guess, in a way. So I don't mind it, but I abused it before they could. I didn't pick that up. Whew. We're on our way. Yeah.
That is impressive.
Yeah, I think I fell asleep in the call that I was in with the guys, like, twice.
I can respect that. I have 100% done that, too.
We have a box down here we can check. It would be nice to get a blue ether tool, because it would make our kill on Nathan much quicker. We did not, but it's fine. I need to make a lot of money here still. Because... Actually, I don't think I need too much more than this, actually. I might be fine. Because I need to buy 2 ammo buys, which are each going to be 1,000 points, and I need 750 for that trap I said I need to hit earlier. So we need to make about 1,000 points between this round and next round.
Okay.
But that's not too bad to do. And we will now be building the wonder weapon and technically starting the first step of the egg, which is hitting this to get that hard drive. And if we would have been in lab, we would take an elevator from the bottom of the map to the top of the map. But since we were at the better trap, we just run right up here and enter it into this after it remembers that we exist on the map.
Fair. Now, I see you run both Terminus and Liberty Falls. Do you have a preference between the two?
I like Terminus more. Liberty has a lot of RNG to it. Like, especially in the boss fight, whereas this boss is pretty straightforward.
Gotcha.
I actually need to make a lot of money.
We need 3 digits. With any luck, one of the workers wrote down the keypad code.
This could get awkward. I don't have enough for an ammo buy. Actually, I do. I just got $200. That's kind of insane.
Nice. The game is like, okay, here, fine.
Yeah.
Take it.
We pulled that C4 off on the purple island back there, but it's very important to this run to get for this kill, because otherwise this kill takes a lot longer and would probably take more ammo than I could afford on a normal run. Don't grab me. There we go. And then there is a cutscene here, but we don't care about it. Have to grab this key card. And this is a little awkward, but again, we're fine with it. This is a better time loss for money. We need 300 points to buy this boat.
Got it? Chop, chop.
But we can do that.
Key card. Most promising. So many locks. So many
Actually, where's my round?
abilities.
That was a really slow rampage pullout. Normally they're right on you. Nathan's still talking to us, but he's been dead for a bit.
As one does. We just haven't realized they're dead yet. That's fine.
This is that lockdown skip I was talking about earlier, where we would come into here and we would place a shock charge right on that door, and it would let us back out. But now we have to sit in here for about 50 seconds. It would be cool if there was like something that actually happened in here, but there really isn't.
Just somebody saying hi.
Yeah. There's technically 3 waves of it, and we're about to get to the 3rd one. That is the start of it. Need to not die. It's weird not having the pistol ammo still. But I do get a max at the end of this, so that'll save us. Get our boat out of this other awkward corner we always park it in. And we got perfect RNG.
Very nice.
So
Yeah,
we
chat
also
with me.
do not need money, because otherwise we would have needed 1,500 points to buy into the other wire.
Oh.
It is pretty insane that we got perfect RNG on this run. I'm not gonna lie, because that would have cost us a lot.
Hey, you take it. You take it.
My inversion warheads, or I swear I'll
Yeah, Chad is just popping off with the RNG.
Yeah, this is pretty ridiculous. Do some tight boat maneuvering here,
Oh, that was clean.
and then run off on this and send it out to that buoy off to our right there. But we're gonna go to our left and place our last wire and try to end this round without dying. This round is super scary. Oh, that's huge though. We're just getting everything this run.
Let's say, yeah, super scary. Here's armor. I need money. Here's 200.
I'm gonna pull an full power, hopefully. Yep, there it is. There's a lot of those side eggs all around the map that just have power ups.
Explain yourself. Why do you sound like Agent Mike?
Come on. That's it. Okay. Got in. And she said, stop talking. Yep. And there's the quote skip. So that is the last current skip we have in the game until lockdown comes back.
You plan on grabbing this gizmo or what?
Pull that max ammo out of nowhere as well.
What is going on?
And then we're on to the last step before a boss fight.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. This game stay quick. Especially when you get good RNG. Anytime you get good RNG and the map is not slowing down, it just stays really fast.
Wow.
Hop off of this.
Look at that. It worked.
2 more. Remember, time is not on our
Goodness.
side.
There's a good chance that this could WR.
13 certainly will.
Well, we'll focus on getting there. And chat, I want to see all the energy being put into chat right now.
I don't think I can afford speed cola. It is. No, it's 5.5. No, I can't. Yeah, that is unlucky, but we'll be fine without it.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I am gonna go buy it, but we'll have to get some kills in boss. There's 2 ways to play around it.
Connection established. Overriding submarine controls.
It's kind of funny. I get excited about a WR here, but like I said earlier, with the lockdown coming back, this time will be irrelevant in a week. But regardless, it is still a very, very fast run.
Yeah, it is mind blowing to see how fast you are tearing through this run right now.
Lay down. Punch this.
Arming self-destruct system. Commencing countdown to thermonuclear detonation.
Pop that shroud from earlier to avoid being hit. These bombs take about 10, 11 seconds. This shroud also used to last 3 seconds longer, and they also nerfed that because of this step.
Oh, wow.
There's been a lot of changes to this game because of this map.
Goodness.
You took a detonator offline. How very clever. But believe me, your efforts are in vain. Your courage in the face of futility is admirable. No, really. Or is it just desperation?
That is fine.
Apocalypse protocol deactivated.
Give me those. Hop over
You
this.
actually did it.
I am directing Dr. Modi's submarine to the docking area.
And we're entering boss.
The door to the docks is on the lower floor of the biolab. Roll out the welcome wagon.
Pick this up.
My warheads.
I'll have you know my jaw is pretty much on my desk right now. This run is wild.
So this boss at the first 2 phases only has 2 attacks. This wipe, which can't hit you at the back here. So now I can just hang out. I need to get some kills. I need to remember that early before he clears my wave. So this wipe would only ever happen again if he slams. There's a pattern to the way he attacks. And once you get to the hang of it, you can kind of just dance around that ammo box really easily.
Okay.
I have just realized I set myself up with a problem, but I can solve it because this boss is down for 1 minute and 1 second at 18:48. So I have to be at, I have to remember it for 19:49 on that match timer. That match timer is different than our actual live split timer by about like 12 seconds.
Okay.
Because it counts that initial cutscene that I was saying is inconsistent.
Gotcha.
Which is why we don't time it.
So Chad is absolutely losing their minds right now over this run. Like you are doing amazing work on this.
Yeah, and I'm about to show something else off too. So this fire phase right here, if we jump in this water right here, it will not attack at us anymore. And we can break the fire phase.
Oh.
Except for I need to not be in the water like that. But then I hop up over here. It's not the best. Oh, move back. Perfect. Except for we're still on fire. I actually have not dealt with this before. I think I've just glitched the boss out. Because I cannot do damage to it. There we go. I glitched the boss out.
Oh.
So he did just lose a bunch of time. But yeah, it's honestly fine. Like this thing I just did there, I found 2 days ago, and I just kind of been enjoying it, and I've not had that happen yet, and it's good to know.
Love it.
$59.
Okay, this time I'm gonna assume he's not dead. Probably mutating into something significantly worse.
We did lose a lot of time there, but I still think this will be a 22 as long as I play it halfway decent.
You're playing like 100% decent right now, so
Yeah.
I have faith.
The third phase here comes down to a little bit of RNG. There's the blue phase of it, you can only shoot the eyes, and if you get 2 or 3 phases of it in a row, it can just kind of lose you a little time and having to be accurate with your shots.
I gotcha.
Also, I'm going to try to get the amalgam, that big tentacle monster that's been chasing us around, to just kind of disappear for this third phase. But I need him to spawn in. There he is. So now he'll go on that side of the boss, and the boss is going to have tentacles spawn in, and then I will not be able to hit him. Also, this is very good. Because now I will not have to hit the eyes, I just kind of hit the head.
Nice.
Like that. I'm going to throw this as well, just because I can.
Why not?
Pop those eyes. It can only wipe. I have to wait for the eyes, though, because it blocks its own eyes. I missed an eye over here. But that pops the phase then. And now I have to hope to not get blue again. And I got blue again.
Of course.
It's fine. I popped the phase, and that will be the end of fight. But we have until the black phase in and for the cutscene. Actually, that was not. I lost a lot there, I think. Yeah, I definitely did. At that boss transition.
Yeah, that glitch. Oh,
Yeah, that's good to know. Like I said, I've never seen that, and this has been a new thing that we've been running, so.
gotcha.
Very interesting. That fire phase is supposed to disappear when I get out of the water. But the run will be ending in about 2 seconds. There. The black fade is also different based on when that quote ends. So.
That
Yeah.
was absolutely wild.
If I guess, it's probably about a 32 or 23:20, I think. It was a very solid
It
run.
is looking like 23:15.
Yeah, that would. I mean, that'd be a good run even on old patch. So yeah, that's perfect RNG and just a little loss in boss.
And actually, like you were completely cooking that run, so I didn't have time to ask questions or anything. But there were 2 questions that came up. Do you play controller or mouse and keyboard?
I play mouse and keyboard.
There you go.
And the mouse and keyboard has a difference on that sliding I was doing all over the map. That because we have a bind that is different that I don't think you can do on console. At least it's not as easy to do on console because of controller.
Oh,
Because there's just less.
gotcha.
You just have less buttons.
Okay. And then the other question that came up was, so dual pistols are better DPS than the Wonder Weapon?
Yeah, the dual pistols have always done the most to that boss. That damage I was doing there is the most damage you can do to the boss. They've just always been super strong. We don't really know why. We don't know why they make the Wonder Weapon so weak. I think that's the better question, is why don't they make the Wonder Weapons better?
That makes sense. Yeah, that was my brain hurts
Yeah, I guess
for how
it
awesome
would have
that
been
was.
it would have been a little better to talk about if I had a little bit less going on. Yeah, that was a very solid run for what these runs do.
You were cooking, and I was all for you just letting you cook because that was amazing. But yeah, and GG's chat was popping off for you. They are still popping off for you. But in the meantime, please tell us, like, where can people find you? What are you currently playing? Shout yourself out, shout communities out. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I mainly just have my Twitch, X_Kip. My YouTube is basically just a PB vault. But shout out to the community. Shout out to the BO6 runners that we have. The game is brand new. That we're finding new stuff all the time. Maps are just getting destroyed every day. We've got, like I said earlier with the DLC, there's a new map coming out, so we'll be running that up. I'll be on all of BO6. I run BO3 as well. Like there's so much to do with these zombies runs. They're so much fun.
Yeah, that just, again, my mind's blown, and you've got just so much love, like just how absolutely
I do.
goated you are.
I'm excited to watch it back and see that they were saying about the RNG.
Oh, I think it's one of those, like, that is amazing in the back of the minds are going, I want that.
Yeah, it was
Please
funny.
give.
I kept kind of thinking about it before, and I was like, I don't know if I want good RNG or bad RNG in this, but I think I'm happy I ran it through like that. So.
Oh, the final question. How close are you, if you don't have it already, to the 1 million zombie kills calling card?
I can show it. I am, I think, 40,000 away.
What?
Yeah, I have a buddy actually on my friends list who you can see right there. He's got almost double.
Woo!
He's got 1.7 million. Yeah, I am 40,000 away about.
Oh, wow.
And that is also my last calling card. I think I have. Yeah, I have 100% zombies, but that is my last calling card for Dark Ops.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm a grinder. I've been playing a lot of this game. I think I've seen every skip as it's been made and found and put in routes. It's so much fun.
That's amazing. Oh, and you've been summoned. You will hear all about people's opinions of what looks like RNG after this. So,
Yeah.
but definitely check out the run. It was just amazing to watch.
Yeah,
and
this has been a blast. This was super fun.
I am so glad you stopped by. Again, everybody give GG's one more time for Kip and that absolutely mind-blowing run of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies Terminus Unrestricted on the current patch. But gamers, unfortunately, with the end of that mind-blowing run is the end of our zombie-themed episode. But do not worry if you missed out on any of the runs for Express Lane or A Link to the Past on Ice prior to this. We got you covered, because stay tuned, and we are going to just replay both shows for you so you didn't miss anything. And tomorrow, make sure you're tuning in starting at 7 p.m. Eastern for Crosshair and Speedruns from the Crypt. So until next time in 2 weeks, I'm Oscar424, and I will see you in the Express Lane. Bye!